What's going on? My name is John Ting. I'm here to answer your legal questions related to immigration, okay? To help you secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. Now, for some reason, you want to deport or report your Pookie Bear, your ex partner. This is not the channel. The only thing I can tell you about that is go to ice.gov. But this channel is to help you get legal status and to share the immigration problems that exist. A lot of people share stories, share their experiences. You're welcome to do that. But please know if there's a situation where I'm trying to help you, sometimes I'm going to be blunt, okay? And it may sound like I'm being rude, but really, most of y'all need to get your shit together, okay? You need to have a conversation with a licensed immigration attorney. Now, with immigration, lawyers that have a bar license, that means our legal authority to practice law. If I have, since mine is in Texas, and if for some reason I live in California, which I don't, I live in Houston, Texas. But if I were to live in California, I can practice immigration law, right? Whereas a notary does not have the license to practice law in any state of America. And yes, as you might have seen on the roads, on the streets, there are some offices that actually say notary, and it actually may say in little print to say, we don't practice law. So, with that being said, even notaries are trying to tell y'all, don't hire me for immigration, but they just put immigration prepared. Okay, so just be buyer beware. Okay, and some of them actually charge just as much as immigration lawyers. And even though they may charge less, that's not a reason to hire notaries. Okay, it's not just paperwork. If it was just paperwork, imagine how many lawyers may not need to be on YouTube or TikTok or social media. There's a reason why we exist on these social media platforms. So stay tuned. If this is your first time here, if I showed up on your FYP, if I showed up on your feed on YouTube, Facebook, there's a reason why. The social media platforms know you got an immigration case, you're considering to file, or you're stuck. Maybe you got a question. Welcome to join the live show as a guest. Thank you for the hat. Really appreciate it. On TikTok is down below. If you want to join and you're on Facebook or YouTube, I can share a list. But what I'm going to do, at least for the purpose of whoever views on YouTube and Facebook, what I'm going to do new is that because we have so many people that have questions, we really appreciate it. We're going to be a little bit more organized. It's a little easier on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, email in. Email in. You could email in your question, or you could just email to ask for the studio link, and we can share with you. Okay. And so, because a lot of people can join the what do you call the waiting room, and it's a lot easier in that sense on YouTube because I can see who's like first, and I really appreciate y'all's time. So let's get down to it. All right. So some a couple other housekeeping things. Yes, I am a lawyer. Actually, I think most lawyers kind of dress down like this, but I'm not in a suit and a tie. Okay. You'll see me in a suit and tie when I'm in court or a USCIS interview. All right. But when I'm at the office in the studio, I'm going to be dressed like this. All right. So, but if you do want to see my credentials and all that, we've got a template email. We can send that to you. No problem. I don't mind at all, especially when I hear about scams left and right. Now, here's the deal. If you have a question, don't be shy. If you're going through a situation, don't be shy. Just come on and ask a question. You could, if you're shy and to where you don't want to join the live show, please know most people don't have like their camera on, and that's okay. Let's see here. Thank you, Pedal and Pexi. I'm glad to become. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Yes, I do need to be comfortable. Okay, if you're wondering, because we are in Texas, if you're wondering, can we help you and you live in a different state? Absolutely, we can help you. Number one, thank God for technology. I mean, it already existed before pandemic, but especially like Google Meet, we use that. We don't use Zoom. We could if you really needed to, but we have used Google Meet. We have Dropbox to share files, documents, and we got the old school email. All right. Thankfully, USCIS does allow, um, they don't require the fresh ink signature. So we're happy to help you. Let's see here. Canela, any way around permanent bar for false claim? Ooh, it's a very limited exception. And you, if I recall, you have to be under 16 years old and that you have been misled by your parents, essentially. Like, essentially, your entire life, you thought you could have been a US citizen. But it's very, as you can tell from that requirement, it would be a very limited scenario. All right, so let's see. If you're just now joining and you're wondering what the hell I do, we practice immigration law. We help you secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. And if this resonates with you, if I'm able to answer your question, or you hear other people's question and my answer, and you think that's helpful, please go ahead and tap the screen 10 times and down below on YouTube and Facebook, and go ahead follow the profile and click the bell so you get notification when I go live. Because today I got to limit this to about 30 minutes. 30 minutes, okay? What's up, Loyal? Good to see you on YouTube. And by the way, I really appreciate the hats and everything, the roses on TikTok, but you can save them because I think that costs you money, right? It's not free. And if you're going to spend any money with us or, you know, schedule a meeting, okay? Schedule a meeting. I can show it on over here. When you click the profile, okay, when you click the profile up here, it's gonna and under my profile picture, it's gonna be a link with ZAP. Okay, and YouTube and Facebook is down below the description box. And then you scroll down a bit. Let me show you with my magic wand over here. Option number one is speak to a client care specialist. They are not attorneys, but I do train them every day. That only exclusive for y'all. This amount of fingers, okay, dollars. But absolutely, we do want to provide access to attorney. That is option number two. That does come at 3-digit fee. Okay, so keep that in mind because our attorneys are focused on the due diligence of your cases. All right, now let's bring on the okay. Other housekeeping news and essentially is that, whew, oh man, Trump administration, they ain't not playing around this time around. They're fucking us up, and we gotta be careful. Okay, they're messing with us. We gotta be careful so they don't mess up your lives. Okay, I am never here to fearmonger. So anytime I see a story, especially on social media, I gotta triple check it. Okay. So for people who have asked me, is it safe to travel? No. I used to say yes, but no, no. They are checking. ICE agents have been reported at airports, even for domestic flights. Okay. I mean, I'm sure not at every single gate. Now, I know it's gonna suck to drive from like California to New York or something if you gotta make that drive. This is still only the first freaking month. It's a February 21st. Okay, technically the second month of President Trump's term 2.0. You need to be careful. Okay. Again, I don't think ICE agents are at every single gate, but you need to be careful. Okay. Now, this is including people who have permanent resident status. And you might be wondering, like, why me? Okay, there are people who have, by the way, no need to copy and paste your comments, your questions. I will try my best to see them. I just want to be respectful to everyone who has already commented. So this is not a popularity contest of how, or your skill contest on your fingers, copy and paste. Please don't do that because I'm less likely to answer your question. And honestly, this aspect of the live show is a bit stressful for me. I don't want to answer your questions. Okay. So related to, yes, I'm referring to domestic travel as well. This is including people who have a conditional residence status. And some people may have forgotten to file the remove conditions application, which, by the way, we don't gatekeep you over here. I'll tell you which form it is. It's the I-751. A few of y'all have fucked it up and filed the wrong form. My God, excuse my French, but and I can't give you a hard time. But I gotta tell you bluntly, don't file the wrong form when you got removed conditions because when you file the wrong form, for example, the I-90, and I can understand why you might file the wrong form, I-90, because it says renew or replace, but that's why lawyers are needed in this situation. This is just one example, because when you have a 2-year conditional resident status, if you don't know what that is, you don't need to know right now, okay? But if you have that, you need to file the 751 application to remove the conditions. I know you're probably wondering why. Why do we have to do this? It's just the way it works, okay? We got to deal with what they give us, okay? It's a requirement. So don't F up your legal status when you got it already. Man, a lot of y'all traveling, you don't even know that you need to do this. You filed the wrong form. And by the way, when you file the wrong form, the I-90, for example, they don't tell you that you filed the wrong form until maybe a year later, 2 years later. And there you go. You might get stopped. Might get referred, and you tell the ICE agent like, yeah, I did everything. I got permanent. I got conditional status. And they're like, okay, well, show me your receipts. And your receipt shows the I-90, and even the ICE officer might say, bro, that might be the wrong form. I know I ain't a lawyer, but that might be the wrong form. Okay, so this is why follow the channel, subscribe on your respective platform, and now that's my housekeeping news for today. Let's get Mama Mami Fua on TikTok. Hello.
Hi.
How can I help you?
Hello.
Hi.
I have a question. So, my husband came to America and then he left 10 years ago. I tried to apply for him and they told him to, because he overstayed, he came with J1 visa. And then he went back home and they told him he was denied, but he's supposed to get I-6 something. It was a long process, so we decided for him to wait till the immigration officer told him because he overstayed. It's technically deportation. So he have stayed in my country for 10 years. I'm trying to bring him back, and then I got a lawyer. I don't think the lawyer knows. I'm sorry. She doesn't know. I've paid the money, everything. I don't think she knows what to do. So I just want to know. Normally, I do the paperwork myself, but right now I don't want to make a mistake because of for him to come back. So I wanted to know, after 10 years, when you stay in your country, do you have to file for a re-entry, or what do I have to do?
Thank you so much. Yeah, unfortunately, not every attorney is quality. Okay. Did he ever get legal status? Did he ever get like resident status? It sounded like no. He tried,
No.
but no. Okay.
No, he came here with a J1 visa. He was supposed to go back home for 2 years and then come back, but he didn't. He stayed for 5 years, and then when we find out that he couldn't, I'm a citizen, so he couldn't get his. He went back home. He wasn't deported. He just went back home, and he's been home for 10 years. This is the 11th year. I'm trying to get him back. I know things are crazy right now, so.
Oh yeah, it's crazy domestically in the U.S., but you can still file your case. So, in the last 10 years, have you filed a petition for him?
So I filed for him. He went for the interview. He was denied, and they told us to
apply for the waiver, right? Yeah.
Yes, a waiver for him, but it was a long process for me because it was a lot of money. So we decided, since it's deportation, that's what the immigration officer told him. It's technically deportation because he overstayed. So it's been 10 years.
But yeah, now that it's been 10 years, though, you might. I don't think I've tried this. I don't think my team's tried this, but especially if the interview has not been too long ago, then you might want to try to email the consul and say, is there any way to reschedule for an interview because now it's been 10 years since the
That's what the lawyers did to my
Okay.
country,
It's
the
a long
consular.
shot, but so you don't have to start over all over again.
Yes, that's what she did, but
Okay.
they haven't replied back, nothing, for almost 4 months now. So I'm a little bit worried. I know things are crazy, but it doesn't hurt to try.
It doesn't hurt to try, but don't wait too long. But it's for these situations with the consular embassy, you would think they'll be responsive and email back, maybe even a week later. Sometimes it could be a month. But after about a month or so and still no response, I would email again, at least one more time before you spend more money and start the process over. So I know you have an attorney, but if some reason you want to get a second opinion or make a switch, we're here for you. Okay.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Follow
you
for
very
more.
much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Mhm. Bye.
Man, that's tough. That's tough. Some people are doing a tough thing, and at this point, maybe they had to leave the United States. You're hearing people being sent back by President Trump, and some people are not even doing the right thing. Okay, in terms of not. Let me just put it this way: some people are getting turned around in a sense with their paperwork, and they feel stuck. Okay, so that's what we're here to kind of dispel the myth, if anything. Okay, we definitely want to help you point in the right direction. We are not here to gatekeep. Okay, we want to share as much information as we can in the limited time we have. So yes, Tony, good to see you, Tony, on YouTube. It's been a minute since I've been back on YouTube. I've been on TikTok for a while now. So, but we're trying to control the flow of questions if possible. So if you are on Facebook and YouTube, please, and you want to join the live show, please email in and my team will give you that link. Okay. And which, by the way, if you email in for the link, just put in a subject line, um, show link. Yeah. I'll try to set it up so it's automated, so it'll be quick. All right, let's see here. MB, I haven't seen any changes with naturalization. President Biden did move it back to 10 questions, and you got to get 6 out of 10 questions. So hopefully Trump does not touch that. Because believe it or not, some people still fail the test despite watching YouTube and getting all the, practicing on all these social media platforms. You're welcome, Lloyd. Happy to help any way we can. Which, by the way, I'm going to share a link. If you do email in, for something, well, you can email in for almost anything, except not about deporting your ex. Okay, we don't handle that part. So, if you want to join a webinar, especially about know your rights webinar, the last couple of times has been almost like an hour with Q&A, of course. But if you want to join, I think the next one could be next Friday. If there's a lot of demand, we'll try to do it earlier, maybe like on a Wednesday or something. All right, so thank you, New York guy. I really appreciate that. I know there's a New York guy 78 on TikTok says this is the best lawyer in the world. Well, I know a lot of great lawyers, immigration or not, so we're happy to help. Thank you so much. Do we help with? Do you have experience with military PIP? Absolutely, we love military PIP. Love to help you out. Thank you for all the veterans that have helped the United States of America. Thank you so much. If you live in a different state or different city, we're happy to help you. You don't necessarily need a lawyer where you live, but of course, we understand if you feel more comfortable with a lawyer face to face, mano a mano, we can help you and refer you. Just email in on YouTube and Facebook. I put the link up there or the email. And for those on TikTok, it's wecare@greencardguys.com. Is that a fitting name? Wecare@greencardguys.com. You see what I did there? Okay, so let's get pantry coupon. Oh, I gotta check out your channel. I like that. So don't travel domestic. Yeah, I would be careful right now until further information. Your next question: can you file VAWA with I'm sorry, FOIA without a lawyer? Absolutely. I need to I need to record a video on how to do that. But I don't know. It's just Just like many others, I mean, if you want peace of mind, you don't really want to do it yourself, we're happy to help you. We do have to charge a fee, but I will record a video. I don't think lawyers are going to like this. I don't think they're going to want me to do this. I'm going to get a lot of hate from other lawyers, but this is one of the things you don't really need a lawyer to do that, except you might you might mess up the form. I mean, they make it as easy as possible, but you might mess up the form on accident, even though it's like 3 pages. So if you're one of those like people, then you already know what to do. Okay, you know how to contact us. But I'll record a video. We'll let you know when that happens. We'll publish it. I have a long freaking list of videos. Um, any updates on 601? Okay, let me share here. Oops, why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Okay, for the people asking about 601A processing times, that's this one right here on the screen. Let me see if I can do that on. There we go. Yeah, we're a little nifty here on YouTube and Facebook now. So right over here, 601A, 39.5 months. Okay, I gotta use 2 fingers because the dimensions of the screen here. 39.5 months. Okay, it could be a little off. Don't give me a fucking problem. Okay, could be a little off. The point is, it's fucking taking a long time. So what? Sorry, I don't curse in my normal day to day, just on a live show. All right, because the government does not make any of us happy. Okay, so if your case is taking, if you're filed a 601A, please know it's going to take a while. And especially because it takes a while, a long ass time, if you don't even know what the next step is after petition, and especially if you have a lawyer, you might want to talk to another lawyer who can explain it thoroughly. Right here, okay? We're happy to help you here at Green Card Guys. And if you have to file a 601, it's taking 30 months. Okay, for those that want to give me a hard time, says, oh, it says 30.5. Okay, I'm a little off. My marketing team only updates this maybe once a month. All right, so let's hide that now. All right. Now I know someone asked to join the live show. Okay, we got Bakir and then Carla is on deck on TikTok. Processing in. Okay. I don't know if that person's still there. Okay. Oh, you made it. What's going on, Bakir?
Hello?
Hi, how can we help you?
What's going on, Bakir? Hello? Hi, how can we help you? What's going on, Bakir? Thank you so much, sir. Do you hear me, sir? Hi, how can we help you?
Yeah, can you turn off the other live show?
Thank you so much, sir. Do you hear me, sir?
You're gonna have to turn off your other device. Thank you so much for. Well, y'all joined a live show on multiple devices. I'm impressed. Okay, are we good now? Good. Okay, I'm gonna have to take you off for now. If,
Are we good now? Multiple devices. I'm impressed. Okay. Are we good now?
I can't do that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I really try to help you out. Let's help you out, man. Okay. We had to let if you to Bakir, if you want to come back on live, you're welcome to do that. But make sure you're only on one device on my live show. Thank you so much, though. Okay, I know someone else is live. I think it was Carla on the list. Let me get. Ooh, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your trust in asking a question. I know there's a lot of lawyers you can ask, and you probably have asked other lawyers, but let's see. Let's see. I think we got a question from Geraldine. Is it true that green card holders without criminal records are being deported upon re-entering the United States of America? I have heard, and again, I try not to share something that I don't know if it's true, but anecdotally, there are people who I think it could be for people who are re-entering America and you have resident status, it could be people who have conditional resident status. It could be any kind of resident status, and you have been outside the United States for more than 6 months. Okay, those are the typical people that could be sent back. However, you need to stand up for your rights. And I'm not trying to say like throw a fit, be angry or anything. You need to politely respond back to the customs officer or the ICE agent and say your piece, right? Like, I'm a resident holder. I have an automatic extension of my conditional resident status. Here's my paperwork. Okay. Because if you have filed a 751 application, whether it was on time or not, you have the official receipt notice. Yes, you got to bring the official receipt notice for the 751. Don't bring a courtesy copy, okay? I mean, worst case scenario, you have it on your phone, but still, you got to bring the official notice, okay? There's more tips about that. But anyway, the Trump administration, this is very similar. Their tactics are very similar to when they had the travel ban in his first 4 years of presidency, okay? These customs officer were presenting a form, like a one-page paper said, somewhere on the form said I-407, abandonment of resident status. Let me see if I can pull that up on TikTok YouTube and Facebook here. That's abandoning your resident status. You don't want to sign that, please, for the love of God. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen on YouTube and Facebook. Here we go. Okay. I-407, record of abandonment of lawful permanent resident status. Don't let them intimidate you, okay? Don't make it easy for them. It's going to look something like this. I'm showing on my screen on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, it's going to ask for a number like any other form. They're going to pressure you. And as they're pressuring you, said, officer, I'm not going to sign this form. I request a hearing with the immigration judge. Let them give you due process rights. You need to exercise your due process rights and allow the judge to officially deny your application or really be the one to say you have resident status or not. Not a fucking custom border protection officer. Don't let them do that. They don't have a law degree. Maybe a couple. Maybe. And I know some of them do a wonderful job. Okay. Just like a police officer. There's probably the majority of the custom officer are very well, do a really good job, are very professional. But you might encounter that one particular asshole of a customs officer or ICE agent, and you just need to be ready. Okay. So hopefully this information is helpful to you. Okay, so this 407 form is 3 pages, but I mean, when you see it, you'll know what it is, okay? And if you don't, this is just like a tip for life. If you're being presented something to sign and you don't know what it is, don't fucking sign it, okay? It's just like if you're a partnership in a company, you're signing a contract with a vendor, you don't understand it, you might want to hire a lawyer, okay? All right. There's my little spiel. Okay, let's get Carla on. What's up, Carla? How can we help you today?
Yes, I have a few questions. One of them is I just received probably like 2 months ago about my I-130. The immigration is doubting on my marriage, which is I'm saying it, they're already taking it personal already because I have a 21 years old with the same person and I have a 14 years old. We've been married since we've been together since 2004, since we were child. Technically like underage, so you cannot get married when you're underage, right?
Right.
So they're requesting more evidence. We send more evidence, houses, bank statements, and all that. But we considering this, they're taking it like personal because I can't believe it. They're doubting on my marriage, right? So I decided to reach the Congress, the representative of our Congress from where we live. They send us back the paperwork for they can review my case, but I don't know if they can help me with that or not.
Okay. That's a lot. Thank you for sharing. It sounds like you said consulate. So the case is at the
No,
consulate?
Congress.
Oh,
The Congress.
Congress. Okay, Congress ain't gonna do
Yes.
shit. Okay, they might give you an email back that says your case is undergoing background check, or they'll just tell you visa issued, which is probably the same thing that you could find online. Okay. By the way, do you know where to check online for your case status in general?
Yes, they just told me that on my I-130, they would take a decision within 6 months since I already sent the new requirements that they're asking for.
Oh, okay. So your case is not at the consulate yet. Your case is
No,
the
mine
petition.
is a petition for I-130 from my marriage, USA
Okay,
citizen.
got it. So, um, did they send you an RFE or a denial letter?
No, they just send request more evidence.
Okay. Oh,
And they
man.
send another form, I think it's G28.
So G28 is a form that I would sign, or a lawyer, to say that we represent you. But that's weird. They told you to G28.
I wasn't sure if it's that one. It's something that because my husband is who's doing the petition, since he's a USA citizen.
Okay.
He have to sign that form, and we send it back. But
Gotcha.
the problem right now is, since I have a deportation order, my lawyer is telling me, since it's a marriage and they're doubting, most
Mhm.
likely they will ask for a interview and they will detain me. And she's saying, do not go. So I don't know what to do now.
To not go. So let me take a step back here. Is this are you the immigrant or your spouse?
Yes, I am the immigrant.
Okay. So I just had a interview yesterday for a client. We had another attorney go. This is some another news bit I need to share with y'all. Okay. Yes, there is general concern that if you have an I-130 only and they sent you a letter to go to the interview, it's a red flag, especially right now. It is normal to have an I-130 interview for I-130 application when, in this situation, you may have a removal order or removal proceeding case active currently. Is that what you have?
What do you mean currently?
Like, do you have an attorney, first of all?
Yes.
What did your attorney say? Nothing?
She said do not show up to the interview if they
that's
send
right.
me one.
But did he or she explain why you might have an
Because
attorney?
I will be detained and that will send me back to my country.
Yeah, but did he or she say? I mean, we can't predict. Lawyers can't predict the future or why, but I have an idea. Do you have a immigration court case?
No, I got a deportation. I had a removal. When they give you like an option for you to for you to leave the country on your own on 2007, but I got it because I was under my mom petition. It was not my case, but I was under her petition since I was underage by that time.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, here's the thing. It's a tough choice. Did your interview date already pass?
No, I haven't received it, but she said most likely that's what they do. And if I get one, do not show up. But my point is, if I don't show up, technically the I-130 would be left out.
Exactly.
Right there.
Exactly. It's
and
a
I'm
tough
not
choice.
able to fix my paper.
Yeah, exactly. The road ends there, right? So you take a risk if you go, right? Ooh, but so I had a client yesterday. I mean, just it was positive thus far. He had a removal order, but withholding a removal. It's similar to asylum, but different. And so my colleague said that in Dallas office, USCIS office, they had seen 3 ICE vehicles at some point. I don't know if the same day, but within the last week. So it is a possibility that someone could be detained. Fortunately, my client was not detained at the interview, right? But I can't say that for you. I can't say that for others. We gave him advice similar to what your attorney said, but within our advice, there's a lot more I said, right? Not just don't show up, but the client, we share the possible consequences, but good or bad. And one of them is that, yeah, if you show up, you could get picked up. But if you don't show up, then like you said, the petition is effectively going to be denied. Or the other option is you reschedule the interview until things might cool down with the Trump administration. Or number 3 or 4th option, withdraw the petition. And so I know it sucks, but there are options, not just not show up, but hopefully
Like,
that
for
helps.
example, if I show up, they detain me, right?
Mhm.
What happened with that petition?
Petition.
So 130. So
you
technically, they
so
just close it.
for me, here's what I would say: if ICE, the fucking ICE agents right there, said, "Officer, please allow my client to go through this interview because we're here. And if your intent to detain my client, at least allow the petition to process for decision." Right? Because that's where like one agency, let me use my little things. One agency, ICE, cannot affect USCIS. So like there have been a couple clients we've helped that have been deported, but they still have an application with USCIS, like a petition that still will move on and process for decision. Okay.
The other option that the lawyer gave me is to apply for VAWA. But I'm telling her that whatever happens between my husband was back then in 2012 is not happening anymore. So she's like, but that would be preventing you to not to be removable. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to approve it because that's gone. That's that.
Yeah. There's a leaked memo about that. It's not automatic anymore.
So I told her, for me, that law is for someone who really need it, who's really is on it right now. And I feel I don't want to feel the immigration thing that we're playing around. If I go with that,
And you're with a new spouse now, right?
No, it's the same spouse. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Well,
I don't see it like.
Is this a situation that you are like back together? You guys are good type situation?
Yeah, we did the whole process with the counseling, with the CPS, with the almost getting divorced, but we didn't find the final papers. Everything was there, is documented.
Well,
that we actually separate and everything.
Yeah, if that's the case, you don't want to mess with VAWA because you guys got a good thing going on, right?
Yes, we settle. We have a house. We have a company. We have everything. But I don't like. So I don't want to go that route because most likely they would deny it.
Right. You don't want to mess around with that. Yeah, I recorded a video. I think it's on TikTok also, but I recorded it for y'all have not seen this video. I talked about and it's truthful because there have been online articles about an attorney in New York that had filed many fraudulent VAWA applications. So not saying that your attorney said to do something fraudulent, but because you have mentioned something in the past, you just want to be careful. Okay. If there's no way we can help in the future, please contact us. Okay, save our information.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Bye-bye. It's tough times, y'all. Tough times. Okay, pantry coupon. You want the link? Let me see if my team's able to. Okay. Let's see. Let me make sure my team sends the link. Sorry, this is a little new process for us. So let me make sure they send the link. Okay, so they'll get to you soon. If you're on YouTube, what I say? Yeah, YouTube and Facebook, they'll get you to you soon. Okay, let's see other questions here. I know Bakir, I'll get you on soon. Thank you so much. Let me answer a couple other questions. Looks like you're on YouTube also, unless it's another Bakir. I try my best to go in order. Dookie McPeterson, how do you get used to you? Oh my God! Come on, man! Come on, bro. Okay. Bakir, what does it mean? Case closed without updating I-130. you responded to NOIR last year before 22 days ago. You got an email that you've taken action on your case. Now case showing case closed. Send back to embassy, question mark. Okay. Archangel, is my team able to answer complex question, or are they limited? So they can't. As an attorney, I tell my team, my non-attorneys, not to give legal advice, but they can share some scenarios. But no, they cannot answer legal questions. So if you have a legal question specifically, then you do want to schedule option number 2. Okay, where it says attorneys, option number 2. Okay, thank you so much for asking. We do want to be upfront about all that. Okay. Okay, let's get Bakir on, because maybe that's his question that I just mentioned.
Hello.
Hi, Bakir.
Sir.
Hi, was that your YouTube question on YouTube? Or is that someone
Yes,
else?
sir.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for answering my call.
Sure.
Sir, I have an important question. I have very difficult situation right now. My wife, she came from US to Turkey now. Right now, she's with me. I have a question. My case sent back from embassy after interview to USCIS. After 1 year, I get NYR from USCIS. They request NYR. They said we need legal marriage like this. I sent marriage certificate from India. Then the case go to review for 1 year more. After 1 year, I reach out to senator. I said my case delaying. I sent all evidence. No any update from UCIS. Then the same day when I contact with senator, I receive email. They said we have taken action on your case. When I check the case, no update, but case in the top, writing closed.
Yeah.
And now I'm confused. Almost 22 days pass, no any update, no news. I don't know what is going on with my case.
Well, it sounds like it's done for, but you don't want to give up. You said, where did the marriage take place? In India?
In India, yes.
Okay. So I mean, some countries do it a little bit differently. And are both of you Indian descent, or just one of you?
No, I'm from Afghanistan. My wife also from Afghanistan, but she's US citizen.
And you're living in India right now?
No, I'm living Turkey. Just I visit India. But actually, sir, I respond the NYR correctly.
Okay.
I send all the documents legally. But now, when I talk with someone, have the first approval when they get from USCIS, they said this scenario goes with me also, because he said when I see my account, they say case closed. After week, I get update. They said we send your case back. We send the case to National Visa Center for visa process. It means case closed. It means they will approve your case. I don't know, but the question is that if they deny the case or they approve the case, why did not send me any notice?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question specifically. But how do you know it's been approved? Are you for sure it's approved?
I don't know really, because when I contact with people, and I know one of my friend, he said my case with USCIS, but after 1 year marriage case, I see he said USCIS messaged me, said cases we take action on your case.
Yeah.
But he said when I check my account, it's said case closed. I'm closed after.
Yeah.
1 week I get approval.
If you have a My USCIS account,
but
then
my case is different because after NYR.
Yeah, I mean, either way, they should send you a notice, but it's not. Do you have a My USCIS account? Then online login information?
Yes, when I go to my account, I sent last day. I sent inquiry also to USCIS about the notice. I need notice about that. They message me. You request before the officer will call you after maybe 30 days, like this maximum. They message me automatically. You request before also. They said.
Okay.
And also, sir, my wife, she talked with the officer before this update, before 2 months ago.
Okay.
The officer said we will, if we review the case, if we approve again, we will send back to the embassy. But now I don't know what's going on with my case. I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So there's two case numbers that you may. Do you have the NVC case number?
Yes, I have. When I check with NVC, I see the update last year.
Okay, so you might want to check that again. Okay, every couple days. If it's been 30 days, then I'd be more concerned. But you're almost there. You think you said 22 days. Maybe give them some time, because you would think it's an easy button, like they have a magic wand. Unfortunately, it's not that quick. Okay, I don't know. I've never worked for the government, so but as you can probably see, you can probably understand how America works. They're fucking slow. So expect it that it could literally be snail mail. So even if it's not snail mail like the post office, the workflow is not like ours. Our workflow with our team is fast, efficient, but with the government is slow.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't get a notice, which I don't know, I've honestly, knock on wood, we've never had a client with an NOIR and notice of intent to revoke, thank God. But I would expect there's some kind of update, like you're saying. But if you believe you did everything correctly, but it sounds like were both of you married in India? Because you said marriage certificate in India, right? I just kind of want to check that.
Yes, I sent from Afghanistan marriage certificate, all the documents.
Oh, Afghanistan.
USCIS, but they now need marriage certificate from India. But I have a marriage certificate from India also. I sent it that one also with the registration, marriage, U.S. citizen, my wife to.
So they were claiming you were not legally married?
Yeah, he said we want to from India government to show your marriage is legal in India. If you have any documents sent, we not upload before the marriage certificate from India, but this time we send the marriage certificate, and when my wife, she registered her marriage to U.S. embassy.
So what's the deal with India? Is it because you physically got married in India? Were you both in India? Okay. All right. Well, then that makes sense. Yeah, they want the marriage certificate from India. That's for sure, without a doubt. So this is for everyone. Wherever you physically got married, USCIS wants the marriage certificate from that location, that jurisdiction. Okay, and it has to be registered.
Yeah.
Okay, like similar to America. After you get married by a judge or a friend that acts like a what we call like officiant, that document, the legal document, needs to be recorded, filed in America. It's what we call the county office. So it's like a two-step process.
Sir,
okay.
Thank you. Apostille accepted the marriage certificate. Apostille, it's acceptable to US apostille?
Which kind? Which one is acceptable to USCIS?
Apostille.
Apostle? Oh,
yeah.
If it needs to be, yeah. If it's like, but in this situation, they would still need the one that's from India. Usually, it's apostle. If I understand, that's like more if it needs a translation, possibly, something like that. We don't have to deal with that often, but
yeah.
Okay.
And my question is that, sir, what's your opinion about the situation? What do you think? What's maybe I receive notice of deny or approval? What do you think?
I'm a little skeptical when they say case closed. That usually does not mean a good thing. Okay. So, but just keep checking every couple of days to just in case. Not 2 locations. With the NVC, it's with ceac.state.gov. Okay, I need to record a video about that. You know about that. The next one is the uscis.gov website. You check both.
Yeah.
It's two different case numbers. Okay, because if they truly said, if your wife called in the 1-800 number, 375-5283, yes, I memorized it, called that many times. You call that, if your wife called that one and said that representative, I wouldn't call them an officer, they're just customer service representative. If they told your wife that the case has been transferred back to NVC, that's a good thing, okay? But that doesn't mean that they have a magic wand or easy button to just send it. Like it should be easy, but NVC, you want to check that CEAC.state.gov also when I say like reopened or something. Okay.
I will check. Thank you so much. My last question, sir. Thank you for giving.
You're welcome.
My last question is that in 28 January, I filed also humanitarian parole. My wife, she filed for me.
Okay.
January 31, we have taken action on your case. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Two cases I have in my one account.
Well, I don't know if you saw the news, but President Trump got his magic wand and said, fuck humanitarian parole. Okay. They voided all of it. So I don't think it's processing. I think it's like done for everyone. I could be wrong, but I don't. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I can say about that because we don't actually help with humanitarian parole. Okay. Thanks, Bakir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right,
thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. To Pantry Coupon, our team emailed you back. So hopefully you got that link because I didn't see you hop in. Let's see here. If you do, I'll be on the lookout for you in the waiting room, okay? Pantry Coupon. Seems like Pantry Coupon's YouTube might have some good tips for us. Vero asks, where are we located? We are in Houston, Texas. And if you want to schedule a meeting with any of my team members, option one, I wouldn't say default, you can't speak to a lawyer. There is an option. You just got to pay 3 digits for that. Okay, let me see if I can share the link on here. I'm surprised I don't have the link ready. That's my bad. Okay, let me see if we can share that. But for those on YouTube and Facebook, it is on the description box. Let me make sure this link works first. Okay, in the meantime, let's let me answer a couple questions on written down here. What is my email? WeCare, WECARE. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There's a link. Okay, WeCare, WECARE at greencardguys.com. Okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate the question. Now let's get to the next question. I think I'm going in order. Maya's cooking videos. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You filed the I-130-45 and you sent in evidence in medical. Did get any interviews? Do I know how long it'll take to get your green card? I think if I interpret your comment or question correctly, you did not have an interview. I think you did not have an interview. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll see if you have a follow-up comment on that, clarification. But if you did not have an interview, I'm telling everyone, if your case is still pending, 485, you likely will have an interview. If you don't get an interview, you get approved with that one during Trump administration, come on back to the show and let us know, okay? Greatly appreciate that. Your experience, share your insights. Thank you so much. Okay. Now we got Pantry Coupons on YouTube. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you today?
Good. I got a couple of questions. I really appreciate, the way you answering the questions and being honest about things.
Sure thing.
Yeah, all the lawyers or all the yeah, lawyers that are doing YouTube videos don't answer those questions.
Oh,
You
no,
know,
definitely
they
not.
tell you, "Oh, go ahead and file for it. Go ahead and file for it."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's misleading, right?
Yeah.
So two questions, right? I think you answered the first one with the traveling. Don't travel if you are undocumented or if you don't have the right papers, right? Don't travel, even though if you have an ID um,
Mhm.
from other state, whatever. Don't do it. So the next question is if your I-130 is approved, right, and then you are filing for 485 and 601. Can you advise, right, that is it a good thing to file for 485 and 601 at the same time, or just wait? Because this new administration, they don't cover anything, right? So either they put you in a denial and then removal, and
Mhm.
then they kick you out, right? So
That's
I
a great
just,
question.
yeah,
I need to
exactly.
know a little bit more, but, since it's social media, first of all, are you the foreign national or the US citizen?
Well, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm calling in for one of my friends. Yeah, trying to figure things out for him.
No worries. That's very nice of you to help your friend. So, what did your friend allegedly do that may need a waiver? I just want to make sure you file the right waiver.
Well, he entered without inspection. If I may put it that way.
Okay, so unlawful presence. So that's a
Correct.
601A. That's a
601A.
50.
Correct.
Okay, that can only be filed after the petition approved, and
Mhm.
he or she cannot file the 485 at all. The waiver only helps to waive the unlawful presence, but your friend still needs to go back to their country for the interview eventually, but not until much later.
So that is a 601A, right?
That's
When the
correct.
601 is approved, right? They have to go back and then come back in again.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other steps in between that time after the waiver is approved before even going to the country for interview.
Right.
That's just a
Right.
short version of the explanation.
Correct. Correct. I got it. But
So yeah,
you
don't
know,
file. You can't file either of those applications actually right now. Is a petition still processing actually or approved?
which one?
The I-130?
Yeah,
Has that
it's
been
approved.
filed?
It's approved. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
approved.
approved. Okay, well
Yeah,
then
approved
that's
last,
basically your
I think
friend
November. Yeah.
May, yeah. So as I shared on the on my screen earlier, uh, the one that's covering my face right now
Hmm.
says 601A 39.5 months. So you file that sooner than later, but it's not just the application. You got to require like letters, evidence to show the hardship to the spouse, the US citizen spouse or resident spouse, okay, and possibly other family members. So, yeah, people can file their own, but of course, if anyone is in this kind of scenario, especially requiring a waiver, uh, I'd recommend hiring a lawyer because, first of all, again, it's an estimated 30, like let's just even we say 30 months. That's 2 to 3 years of your life just waiting, and you don't want to wait 2 to 3 years and get a request for evidence or denial. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Right.
So, um, does that answer your question about
Yeah.
the?
So you're saying file it or don't file it? The 601A.
Well, now that you told me the petition has been approved, yes, you do file 601A.
The price is 1A, but you should still have to go and come back in, right? Pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay.
Later on.
Right. Next question. The same client has
Mhm.
he's trying to find a U visa, right? He was juggling the gunpoint and then it was assaulted and all that stuff. So how do you go about that? Do
I
you
can't
file for
remember.
both?
I'm sorry, which one of you visa and VAWA?
No, just U visa. Just U
Oh,
visa. Right.
yeah, the first step is the certification form after
Right.
filing the police report. Okay,
Yeah, everything is done.
right
Police
now.
report is there. We get a certification and everything. But the
Uh-huh.
question is, can he file for both 601 and also the U visa at the same time?
601A, yeah, you could do both. It
Okay.
doesn't hurt to have both.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah. We've been asking these questions and they've been bumping us up to like, oh, don't do it, don't do this. And it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
just ask your friend to contact us and
yeah. I
we'll
just
get
sent
them
him.
on.
I just sent him your email address to
Okay.
contact and telephone number. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because U visa, you got to file it ASAP because number one, the police department, whoever sheriff department, they may have a policy that says If the incident happened more than 2 years ago, they're not going to sign anything. It's fucked up, but I mean, that's the
Well,
policy. You can't force
yeah,
it.
it's been I think it's been what 8 years or something like that.
Oh shoot! So you never know. Maybe some police departments may have a
Yeah,
different policy or no policy, but I
yeah.
want to check on that first.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck to you. Take care. Alrighty. So, all right. Thank you very much. All right, y'all. I said I was going to be here only for 30 minutes. Clearly, it's been almost an hour. Or it has been. Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much for your patience. Let's get the next guest on TikTok. I know it's Arenita, and then we got Paulino, Sheila, and then Happy. Okay? Check me if I get someone in the wrong order. Arenita. To Vera's question, when you're ready to move forward, do you get a chance to talk to a lawyer or the paralegal? So when you sign up, even if you don't schedule a meeting with our for what we call attorney strategy session, because it costs 3 digits, we want to save you money. Included with the service is the access to attorney. So yes, the first meeting is on board with actually both people. We want to be supportive. Not every single meeting is going to have 2 team members on it, but the onboard meeting will include the attorney and our client advocate, which that's what we call a paralegal with our team. So hopefully that helps. But if you want to speak with me directly, that does cost 3 digits. It's 3 digits regardless before you sign up with us. Okay. But it's not a requirement. Many law firms require you to speak to the. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I gotta hop off. Don't don't do that to me because I forgot I had a 2 o'clock meeting. Shit, I'm 2 minutes late. Thank you all so much, and I will try to be back on live tonight. Okay, I will try my best as long as I don't get stuck sleeping with the kiddos. All right, thank you.